All right, so the halftime speech to myself worked. Of course, it had so much effect on the game. No, of course it did not. That's how irrational fans can get. Um, I have this ball next to me. I didn't intend to show this, but so this is my Wilson ball. This was me at halftime. Almost every halftime in March Madness in the tournament for the Florida Gators. And then it went from this to this. Wait, no, wait. Uh, no, like that. All right. Should I restart this video? No, here we go. Okay. That's me. That is the ball game. I cannot believe they came back. I'm not a post game. I'm not gonna do the whole here's what happened, that's what happened. I actually took video of me watching the game and I thought about making some sort of reel. Sometimes when it comes to creating content, you just record and then you figure it out later. I don't know if how much of it I'm gonna release. It's been not a few minutes or a few seconds since they won, but I've had some time to just kind of like, I don't know, pump my fist in the air and do a little bit of jumping up and down and doing some texting and all that, and a little bit of Instagram. But I just wanted to get on the YouTube, I guess, record this. Um, what should I start with? I have cards. I do have Florida Gator cards. I didn't have time to show them during halftime. It was such a short time. Let me show you the first card. Um, yeah, here we go. I gotta cover some of this away. It's my student ID. That was me. That was me. If I graduated in 2004, that was probably freshman year. So 25 years. Holy cow. 25, 24, 25 years. This is I can't remember whether this is like sophomore or junior year. Man, I don't even know if I should show this. I found these. I went looking for them because I was like, I know I have them somewhere. So yeah, those are student ID cards. But when it comes to the actual cards, so this is Joakim Noah, Corey Brewer, Al Horford. I think I lost my voice. Um, I was trying not to yell very loud, but of course it happens. And then you got Julian Wright and Jeff Green in the back. So this is a little extra thicker than this other one. That has just Al Horford. Well, not just. It has four of them. Again, sorry, Chris Richards is not in here. Chris Richard, Horford, Torian Green, Corey Brewer, Joakim Noah. This one's out of 99. This other one was out of 75. If I don't know, trying to work out a different camera and light for this one. I bought so those two cards. I think I bought them on eBay back in 2007, 2008. This one I bought in a like not even card show, but I remember just going to something in 2011. I know it wasn't online. I know it wasn't a card shop. It was from like, again, I don't think you call it a card show. There's like literally like five vendors, but this is like in 2011. But anyway, I got this really sick patch. That's two patches. It's event used. So I don't know, maybe it's like the rookie photo shoot, but that's of Corey Brewer and Chris Richard. It's out of 25. Really sweet. I've actually never showed these cards. I've had them. I've stashed them. Maybe I did show them really early on in my Instagram. I only have two of Corey Brewer's nameplates. They're both out of 9. I've never tried going for the entire thing. And then I got more Corey Brewer. These are more, I'm not saying more recent. This is 2008, 2000. So it's not rookie. So it's 2008, 2009. It's how it looks. Not how it looks. What am I trying to say? This one's the orange out of 199. And this one is I'm trying to get it without the light, out of 99 white refractor. So it's the same card. I can't believe they won. Oh my gosh. Before I show some more cards, because I did want to make this one more card specific. Here's another one. This is Al Horford, Corey Brewer, out of no numbering. And none of these are graded. I don't plan to grade any of these. There you go. Before I get to some of the maybe, I don't know if you call them better cards, they're all from 2007, 2008 range. Like I said in my halftime thoughts video, which I don't really care how well that does. I don't care how this one does. This is really more for me and me trying to figure out whether I release it or not, but I think I will. There have been other videos that I've made that I've been holding on, trying to figure out, was this a little bit too crazy? Was this a little bit too out there? What is this even relevant? Is this me just talking? But this is sports. These are cards. This is what I'm known for. It's basketball. It's I love this hobby. I love basketball. It is definitely the most egalitarian of all the sports, other than maybe soccer. Soccer and basketball are the only two sports where you don't need other players, you don't need equipment, you don't need coaches, you don't need a field, you don't need permits, you don't need people to set things up, parents. I mean, I guess, shout out to all the parents who drive all the kids everywhere for tournaments and games and practices and all that. I think we all just do that because we love our kids and we want to give them a better childhood than what we had, or to pay it forward from the great childhoods that our parents gave us, I guess. For me, I think it was more the former than the latter. I didn't have intramural. I didn't have rec. I'm sorry. I did play intramural sports. I was never on a basketball team in high school. Never tried out for varsity, junior varsity. I was always pickup. I was always just, I don't know, like I never had, I'm a son. What do I say? I'm a son of immigrants, and they did not know how to get me into youth sports. And so I was just one of those kids who just always loved playing, always loved watching it, but never really played any organized basketball. But of course, that's funny because now I am a coach for youth sports. So that's me. Again, let me reset. Speaking of youth sports, I there's a whole nother video about all of this, but yeah, I've been missing some bigger shows and bigger events just because I have a very fulfilling personal life that is not involved in sports and cards. I know a lot of you do too, but I'm just saying, like, I don't really share a lot about that in my content because I want to keep hobby here and non-hobby stuff here, right? So the reason I even bring that up is because I I feel like the worlds are definitely meshing and it's kind of hard to keep the two separate. But um watching now, the championship game was too late for my kids. They couldn't stay up for it, or at least be told. I know they could have and they wanted to, but it being a school night, they we told them they couldn't, and that I would tell them. I told them, I'll either tell you in the morning, or you can find out from your friends, or you can watch the replay or the highlights, whatever it is. But they're too young to, um, I don't know, like, do brackets. I mean, again, they could. I mean, they could do brackets. I'm not saying they can't or they shouldn't. But they're getting to the age where they're interested in that. They've actually even talked about, like, kids talking about the money exchanges of brackets. Again, you could do it for free, you could do it for money. So they said, oh, so and so Timmy won $120 because it was a 12-person bracket pool in school or something, and I want to do that and all that. And it definitely made me think about sports betting, which again I don't do. And it made me think about, like, just how sports betting is going to look for the next generation. But this video isn't about that, I guess. I don't know. I am going to get to these cards, I promise. Maybe sooner than later in this video. But watching the Final Four with my kids Saturday night was a real treat and highlight. Would I have liked to have been in San Antonio? Yes. Uh, I had obligations where I couldn't, even if I really wanted to. But of course, the money, just the cost, and it just would have been insane. But again, when your team has a chance to win the national championship, you see what you can do. This one I just could not do. I really wish I could. I think when you're younger, you have more time and not a lot of money. And as you get older, you have more money but not a lot of time. I don't even know where I'm at right now. But I know that watching it with my kids, with my family, and cheering on the Gators in that great comeback against Auburn was something that I will really remember uh, for the rest of my life. Seeing them so excited, and them being happy for me, and just rooting them on, and it was just a great time. It really was. So I didn't make any content out of that. It's my kids. I don't want to have them. The agreement with my wife, and I agree too, is you just we're not doing that. So I know some people do, and that's fine. Let me show you this Torian Green. It's a collegiate patch. Again, not a lot of people like collegiate cards, but this one, I love it because, of course, it is a Florida Gator patch out of 250 from Don Russ. And this one is, it says it's authentically autographed, or it was obtained. It's an authentic autograph obtained by Don Russ Playoff. That said, I don't see anything about the actual, this is not game worn. It's out of 250. It's a manufactured patch. But they don't even tell you that it's a manufactured patch. Torian Green being, here's another one. I love the ones where they put it on the basketball, the faux basketball. So this one still has the, not the tag, but the marker price of $10. I can't remember when I bought these two cards. I mean, definitely all these cards that I bought were before coming back into the hobby in 2022. I was collecting these cards in the late 2000, not 2010s, the late 2000s and early 2010s. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. But this one is not numbered, I don't think. Numbered out of 699. Man, I can't imagine. These are definitely not stickered. These are on the fake basketball. And this one says, just in the presence of a company representative, rookie, sweet beginnings. Sweet beginnings, sweet ending. I can't believe they pulled it off. I was definitely skeptical. I already had this idea in my head that I was going to yell about the refs in this post-game thing, but I love the refs now. This is Chris Richard. He was also really important. This is like an on-card gold ink auto, and this one is, I just love how they did like the, that's how they used to do it in like 2007, 2008. I don't see them doing that much anymore. This is a rookie photo shoot used trading card, and that's what they say in the back here, that it's rookie photo shoot used. And it's out of 99 from Upper Deck. Again, just can't grade it. It's just, there's so many like white little surface issues and all that. Getting to, I think I showed the Corey Brewers earlier, where I showed the B and the E from Corey Brewer. These two are from, are they both? No, so one's Upper Deck. This is Upper Deck 2007, 2008 NBA Chronology. And this one is numbered out of 50. And these are manufactured patches. And so it says actually here that it's a manufactured patch. And it says this patch has never been worn by a player in a game or event. So there you go. And then this one is out of 9, and it's from Topps. This is Topps Letterman. And I remember this set because I didn't rip too much of this product, but I remember ripping some. And I think I bought this on the secondary market because I don't think if I pack pulled this, I would have remembered it. But again, it's a manufactured patch card, but some people would try to go for the HORFORD for Al Horford, or I guess AL as well. But this is, just again, a card that I bought sometime in the late 2000s on eBay. And these 3 cards, maybe I'll just show them all at one time, are, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there are some people who have sick, insane Florida Gator collections, and they have insane Florida Gator Corey Brewer cards. But these 3 right here, and right here. These are, 2 of them are exquisite patches. One of them is Upper Deck Black. So this one has a sticker here in the back of 50. I might have bought this for like $50 because, yeah, back when he scored 50 points in the NBA with the Timberwolves. I don't remember what year it was, but this is rookie photo shoot used. So that's the patch again, same like the Al Horford or the Chris Richard. And it is gold, just like the Chris Richard. It's the same set. And this one is numbered out of 99, Upper Deck. And again, right back there. And before I get to these last 2, Walter Clayton. Look, he had what, 1 point or 0 points at half, and then he had like 6 assists, 7 assists, 8 assists. He just started racking up the assists. He knew how to help his team, even though he was being really stifled. It wasn't even like bad shooting. Maybe it was a little bit at shooting, but they clamped down on him. The Cougars. Much respect to the Houston Cougars and Kevin Sampson and clutch layups and shots at the end, and that defense at the end. I mean, again, when your shot isn't falling, there are different ways you can contribute, and he showed it. So wow, I he's gonna be it's gonna be interesting trying to collect him because he's definitely going to the NBA. I don't know how high he's gonna go in the draft, but he's gonna be expensive to collect, I think. I really hope he goes to the Wizards. That would be awesome. I would love that. Of course I would. This is a rookie exclusives patch. It is a horizontal. Back when I bought this and collected these cards, I did not know that, and I didn't care. I didn't care about horizontal and vertical like all the people do nowadays. I really did not care. I think I bought this one on eBay for sure because I didn't pack pull any exquisite. But this one is numbered out of 225 with a really sweet, I'm going to read it in the back here. It's a rookie photo shoot used jersey, and it is an on card from Corey Brewer again. So they just do the rookie photo shoots. It's probably where this picture's from. They just they probably got the that patch right off the top of the jersey right there, and they just made it into the cards. So again, I know game using hey, I gotta say, a rookie photo shoot is definitely better than not from any specific game, event, etc. At least they wore it, even if they didn't sweat in it. And then this is the last one. Maybe I should have ended with that one because that was a rookie. This one I don't think is rookie. This is a event used trading card. Again, on card auto, but the really sweet kind of like Timberwolves patch over here. But it is event used, not game used. But again, back then I didn't really think much about the difference of all of this stuff. Oh, actually, it says back here event used, and it says on the front of this card is a piece of memorabilia that has been certified to us as having been used by Corey Brewer at the 2007 NBA rookie photo shoot. So it says it right there. Let me see if I can, yep, there you go. Somewhere in the bottom half of this. So, and this one's out of 25. Modest, for some people it's like, wow, exquisite patch, RPAs and patch autos. Some people it's like, oh, that's nothing. It doesn't matter. This is my collection. These are cards that I had before I came back into the hobby in 2022. Let me shine it the other way. I had some other ones like artifacts, like I had a Horford, also Durant, but I had like, maybe I'll get them while I show that. But I'm just so thrilled. I mean, they did it. They absolutely did it. Um, the thing about sports and the hobby is, like I said, people will get super happy and have a great week if their team wins, like in football, if you're a diehard fan, and then if they lose, you just have a bad week. The thing about sports and the hobby is, you enjoy the time you're in it. Sometimes you don't enjoy it if your team loses and it's agony. But I guess, you know, it's a break away from everything going on in life and everything going on in the world. And I love that respite. I love that break. I think maybe in the hobby time for me has just been imbalanced. I've been spending just way too much time in hobby land. And I think that's something that I need to maybe balance or do better. I don't know. It's something I've been grappling with. Um, this time last year, I took a break from social media and the hobby, at least with, anything showing, content creation and even consumption. I just completely just went dark for a few months there. This time I, I don't know. I have so many things that I want to do, that I'm asked to do, that I have a great time with, that I'm privileged with, that I'm so happy with. But a day like an evening like tonight, even the hobby stuff, I don't even like even making this, like it's wonderful that I get to, or that I have a YouTube channel that's, steadily, slowly growing, with the grind. And I don't know how many people are still watching, but I'm not going to edit this. This is just me just talking to you, whoever's still here. So if you are, thank you. You got to listen to me just kind of go down a trip down memory lane. Kind of like my middle phase, I guess, of the hobby, or I don't even know what to call it, middle phase. Just showing some cards that I got again in that 2007, 2008 time frame, when I came back into the hobby after, just taking a break during college time, really. And then just watching the Final Four with my kids. That was such a treat. That was so awesome. And to just enjoy that and just them just wanting to stay up to watch, the Florida Gators playing the national championship. Like, I don't know how they would have gone to sleep if they were if they were down at half and they were like, all right, it's time to go to sleep. So it's gonna be happy news to tell them tomorrow. But that is the thing about sports is, again, no matter how awesome or terrible the outcome of the game is, you go back to life and you go back to, if you have a good life, you go back to a good life. If you have a shitty life, you go back to a shitty life. And that's the thing about sports and and hobby time is you get to have a respite, but it's back to the grind. It's back to real life. And I'm just so, whatever anyone is going through, it's all meant. There's a reason for all of it. And there's also many blessings. So I guess, what's the saying? Count your blessings. So tonight, wow, I can't believe his cards are going to be expensive, aren't they? Walter Clayton Jr.'s cards are going to be expensive. I don't think that the others are. Elijah Martin, I don't think his cards, I don't think he's going to be drafted very high. Thomas Hawk apparently has been shooting up the draft boards, but to the bottom of the the bottom half of the first round is what I'm trying to say. But we'll see. Will Clayton go to the Clayton go to the Gators? Will Clayton go to the Wizards? That would be awesome. I would love that. I mean, that happened with Bradley Beal going to the Wizards. I guess now maybe over a decade ago. Jeez, I don't even. Yikes! Wow, that sounds like kind of surreal to me. Um, Definitely like 14, 15 years ago at this point. I don't remember exactly when. But I gotta say, this was this this was a this was a fun night. And I don't know. You guys know me. If you've seen any of my content, you know I do a terrible job of ending these videos. So anyway, I'm just gonna say, go Gators. Guys, have a good night.